Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Jammer from the bottom.
Join the team
Of my heart. Hey Team McGuire Review, and we're going to take a look at the brand new Beadle and Grimm's SpellJammer. This is the Platinum SpellJammer set that they have just released. It is brand new. It is here for the holidays. It is here for your Spacemas adventures. I can't wait to get into this, you know. I feel like at this point in time, it's like Beadle and Grimm's, you know, they're rocking it, right? We're going to get the tiny bone shiv of death out to open this up, but I feel like they need a little something more, right? A little bit more pizzazz, right? It's been, what, 5 years now, right? A little bit more. Beadle and Grimm's, the B&G, the Beadle and Grimm's. I don't know. I mean, I could probably riff something up really quick. I think Matt would love it, and I'm just kind of looking for the green light, to tell you the truth. And it's a done deal. Do have a rules for dead hands dice. This is pretty cool. Some form of a little cup here with some dice. It seems like some dice in it. That seems awesome. All right, we've got the map vault. SpellJammer Adventures in Space map vault. Really like the artwork on this particular map vault, as well as the color. That's really cool. So we got another one of the separate vaults. Oh, this one is so cool looking. Okay, hang on. Let's put that right there. It's got like some really cool. That one is awesome. And then the giant box of miniatures. So some of these Platinum editions, they've been doing partnerships with WizKids products as well. And you get a big box of miniatures. So we'll put that right there. Okay, that should be everything in the enormous box that we have here. So we're going to get this off the table. Actually, I can just push it right over there. That should be good. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, this box here, little different than I would have expected as far as the packaging is concerned. It is a fairly large box, so we'll have to see which miniatures they chose to put in this and include in this particular set. But the box is really cool, and this is going to be something custom that you can only get from Beadle and Grimm's. This particular set in the box, the sculpts you can get. The actual collection of the sculpts and all the right ones in this pack absolutely is, that come in this box. Okay, D&D SpellJammer Adventures in Space Beadle and Grimm's Platinum Edition. Again, this is the Platinum Edition. It's got this awesome kind of color-changing sort of UV, they call that, on the front. It's all kind of, feels like it's, engraved kind of. It's a little bit lower set. Awesome. Artwork on the front. I love that space theme and design. I love the purples and blues. And then on the back here, it does have a sticker. It says B&G 0796 of 1000. And this is a review copy that was sent to the channel. So I'll go ahead and call that out. So we'll go ahead and get into the box. We'll open it up. Ooh, nice. And their boxes are always just okay, really good. Got some symbol here, some space stuff. Nice pad on the top. They always put a note in the very beginning of the box. It's just kind of a thank you to the person who is receiving the box. They'll write a nice thing. I'm not going to read this all. It's a little bit longer this time. But it's always really nice, and it's signed by all the founders there. Bill, Charlie, John, Matt, and Paul. Okay, what's in the box? So let's go through this. I like to kind of use this to kind of cue up what we're going to get in the particular box. SpellJammer Adventures in Space. You will get a SpellJammer's Adventures in Space book, just like you could buy, but it is a custom designed book where they break it up into different chapter books, which is really easy to use from a Dungeon Master's perspective, and I really like how they do that. DM screen, nice. We do get a DM screen in this one. Area and ship maps, that's going to be really cool. Their maps that they do, their custom maps are fantastic. And that's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing what those look like. In-world handouts, there is 9 different types of in-world handouts. Artifacts, you get a Beadle and Grimm Dead Hands dice set. That's what this is right here. This is a really cool component. Wild Space Ori, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. You get the GIF Military Award, awesome, and the Ring of Shooting Stars. And I am really looking forward to seeing this in person, this ring. The ring was something that they did kind of show off on a number of different streams. They do a stream on Twitch as well, and they had brought that ring to that stream and showed that it looked really cool. So I can't wait to see it in person. We're gonna, Barra hit us with the overhead cam on all this stuff so we can see it up close. Completion coin, that's something new that they're doing, where every set has an actual really nice completion coin that it comes with. You do just get one of those. Encounter cards, there's a ton of them. Wow, there's a lot in this. Okay, ship cards, item cards, artwork pulled from the books, bonus encounters. They do kind of their own little bonus thing. Pre-generated characters, content quick reference guides, what's in the map tube. Oh, this is different. I don't think I've seen this before. What's in the map tube? Battle maps. There's 6 different type of battle maps. In-world realm space map, the Rock of Brawl map, and then what's in the minis box. You got 20 select painted miniatures from WizKids Spelljammer's Adventures in Space, and here's the full list. So there's 20 of them. We'll get them out. We'll take a look at those as well. And then they got all the credits and some various different promo things that are available here on the back. So that's what you're going to find in this little note here, which they always start off with. I like how they're kind of designing this, how they got this kind of laid in here with all this foam this time. Everything's nice and tight, goes right back in, it's well protected. This is their maps, kind of, well, it's not their larger maps, it's like their smaller maps, and they put it in this nice little folio now, where you can just have everything stored just neatly in the little folio and get this out. And then, this is really cool. So this is one of these where you'll hang it over your DM screen, and on one side it's got some awesome artwork. On the other side, it's got kind of a hand-drawn area of like whatever this location is here. This is really cool. Various different types of astral plane, various different types of like maps and little handouts, doom space. This is really cool. I'm loving the color scheme that they went with on this, just with all these whites and purples. This is so cool. Oh man, and just awesome artwork pieces that you can put out on the table as you're playing and showing the players. This is a really cool environment in my opinion. Now these are made of almost like a laminated type paper, these here, and they're the different like ships that you can get. So it's got each one of them there. And then, yep, this is still in the ships, right? So these are all the different types of ships. I like that laminated where you can kind of, write on that and erase it if you needed to. So that's really cool. I will say there have been some mixed reviews on the actual, I don't know if you want to call it I wouldn't say the campaign setting, but the actual book that has been released. I think this is an awesome setting in my opinion, and I think when you get sets that are like this, things that Beadle and Grimm's makes, it just makes these experiences so much better, right? Because you're never bound by just the story in the book, right? That's an excuse that I just like when I hear that, like, oh, it sucks because of this or that. You can take whatever you want from it and make these things into whatever you want. If you've got the awesome components and the awesome visuals, and you've got the story and the campaign, kind of the setting and what's going on, you don't have to go exactly whatever it is. You can do a lot. So this is really going to be, I would say, this right here is going to be able to run your space RPG setups, right? And I think you can use it for a number of different systems, and it's obviously designed for Dungeons & Dragons, but anything that you want to run in a space-type environment, you're going to be able to use a lot of these components and a lot of these things to be able to do. And that's why I think SpellJammer is so cool holistically, and that's why I think these sets are so awesome. I'm actually running here very soon a custom one-shot of a Dungeons & Dragons adventure, and I'm using components from a number of different Beadle and Grimm's box sets to be able to create those visuals and that artwork and those miniatures on the table and those maps on the table. So that's what's really cool about getting these sets over time, or getting the ones that you really, really like that are, like this one's very different. It's all space-based, and that's what makes it super cool. So, enough about that. It's just, I like to kind of weave into these videos ways that you can use this stuff that's more than just right out of the box. Okay, here is the DM screen that you're going to get. I love the height of this. It's looking awesome. Look at the artwork on there with the different the different characters there in space fighting on the ship. I love this DM screen. It's so cool. And then on the back, you're going to get a ton of information that's going to be specific to this type of environment. So, you're going to get things like the different type of ship encounters, wild space encounters, astral sea encounters, ship types, standard ship weapons table, SpellJammer weapons. It's going to be that kind of stuff. The different types of encounters and the different types of ships you're going to get on this DM screen. So, love that. Awesome DM screen. That's so cool. Put that right up like that. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the handouts. Let's see what this... Okay, so this is Wild Space Tales from the Warehouse. This is something that Beadle and Grimm's does where they write a number... there's usually 4. Let me see here how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That they do kind of their own custom run through. They create their own little custom kind of encounter, one shot, whatever you want to call it. And these are always really cool. And I'm glad that they do something like this because it kind of customizes the box to their box and gives you some extra adventures that you're not going to get in any of the Dungeons & Dragons books at all. Okay? Okay. We will open this because these are all the cool little player handouts. You'll get, a little tickets, invites. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that they generally have in here. We'll see here. Mages Guild. Be it known to all the mages. In a member in good standing of the local league. Rock of Brawl 15. Okay, so there's a really cool little thing. And every one of these is on its own kind of custom piece of paper. They're different thicknesses. They got different feel to them, different prints. Some of them have, kind of, gold flaking and stamping. And they got all kinds of stuff that are very different on these. And they make them really unique as you play the game. And it just kind of feels... I don't know, when you got this kind of stuff and you're sitting around the table and you're playing with it, it really it does something different. It really does enhance the experience than just getting handed like a standard piece of paper. It really does make a difference. And once you kind of experience it, then you really know what I mean if you've definitely experienced these box sets. Platinum Edition Elements, DM's Quick Reference Guide. It's kind of like the DM's guide that goes through the various different... chapters. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. So you got kind of a small DM guide. That's a neat little tool. All right, Visitors to the Rock of Brawl. That's pretty cool. So it kind of gives you, what you can do, what are offenses, punishments. That's cool. All right, Code of Conduct, Article 1, Article 2, Article 3. So the Code of Conduct, and again, it's on a completely different type of paper. This is like a much thicker, almost like a cardboard type paper. This is awesome. Okay, so sometimes they'll do these things that almost look like pamphlets where you can see all the different... This one has all the different types of ships and how much that ship costs and a little description of that ship. That's really cool. Almost like a little flyer that you would get. And on the back, it looks kind of like something straight out of what you would get kind of in the mail or in the newspaper. So that's really cool how they've done that. This is... Let's see. What is this? Happy Beholder. So here is a food and drinks. So this is a menu, the Happy Beholder, probably a restaurant that you'd be going to. One of the things that's cool about this, let's see how baked swine with leek smoked and wild berries barbecue. Now, what's neat about this is you could probably even use this to maybe make drinks. Laughing House wine, white wine, Giant Spain wine, purple. Okay, you'd have to make up some of this, but you could even do probably real drinks and food by the use of the descriptions that are here. You'd have to get a little creative, but that's pretty cool if you wanted to actually have a quote-unquote D&D night where they discovered this restaurant and maybe you ate before at the house, before you start to play. You can kind of mimic some of these things. That's kind of a fun little thing. Performance today at 8. So again, different type of little paper, another little handout. And there's just a number of these that we're going to find here. This one's really cool. It's got a good feel to it. I would have liked to have seen this been stamped. I've seen them do that in the past. That probably would have been a little bit better on that piece. But still very cool. Okay. Then now we've got all of the pre-generated characters. And I do like how they are fully pre-generated and ready to go. Right? They're not just blank sheets. They're full-blown. You could hand this out and start playing. So we got an elf wizard, a gif cleric, nice, auto gnome barbarian, how cool is that? Plasmoid sorcerer, and a Thrykin rogue. That's pretty cool. Then we get into the actual books. These are the chapter books. Essentially, like I said, they because this might be I'll open it up because this might be the first one of these you've seen the channel do. This is what they do, right? Instead of having one giant book, they break the books up into multiple books. Now, here in this one, they've got 4 of them. There is a player's guide, Astral Adventures. We've got this one here. We've got this one here. And then we've got this one here. Got some boo action on that one. That's pretty cool. And then you'll be able to go through, and everything from the SpellJammer books will be in these 4 books, but they kind of break it up into these chapters, so it's just a little bit easier to be able to go through and digest, and as you're playing the game, it makes it easier as well. There's a ton of really cool stuff here. Oh my god, look at this little spinner. And you'll see this stuff up close on the minicam. This spinner is awesome. The top does just freeform spin. It's got like a little blue kind of glass bead in the center of it. And then one side's a little longer than the rest of it. You can spin it, it's going to land on something. That's really cool. That piece is nice. And it's heavy. Like it's got some weight to it. All right, here is the ring. Oh, it does look so cool. Okay. It looks so cool. You'll have to see it on the mini cam, but looking down at the center of the ring, it does sort of have this, the way the glass is like curved in there, it definitely has this, like you're peering into this nebula just in space. And it's got a little bit of sort of 3-dimensional twist to it as well because of the way that this glass on the top is made. It's got little blue and purple gems that are inserted into the side. Purple's on the side, like a rich blue in the center. And in this inside it says 2022 Wizards. I was seeing if they scripted anything else like a B and G on it, but no. It's probably not going to fit my finger at all. It doesn't. But it fits the middle finger. That's pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? That is really cool. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look. Do you see that? Do you see it? It could be a thumb ring as well. That's looking pretty good. Like that. Man, this ring is so cool. Oh, what a piece. That might be one of my favorite pieces in any set so far. Here is a little kind of badge that you can get here. It does pin, so it is an actual pin you can pin on you. That looks really cool. That's well done. Let me see something really quick. Yeah, just a very light paint, very light enamel paint that's on there. It looks good like that. I like the little the planets as well that are across that piece. That's really cool. Okay, there is a little Beadle and Grimm's baggie as well. There's a ton of stuff in here. Little Beadle and Grimm's. Okay, this is your completion coin. So we'll go ahead and open that one up so we can see what the completion coin looked like this time. D&D SpellJammer's Adventure Space 2022. So cool. Beadle and Grimm's. Ah, looks so awesome. I really like the this one, I don't know if this is lighter or not, but for some reason it feels lighter, like it's made of a little bit of a different material that's silver. It's really cool though. I like it. It's got kind of a space age feel to it as well. So that's done. They're really good with their kind of textures and weights, and they put a lot into that. We've got spell cards. So these are going to be various different spells in the game. You're going to have these right here. These are really cool and handy to have. And then everything else in the box is going to be, I think that's everything. Yes, that's everything. Is going to be your artwork that you're going to be able to get as you play the game. So they do these fantastic cards where you're going to have all of your like enemies and different NPCs and things like that, where you're going to get the artwork on the front, and you can set these up, and then on the back you're going to get all the information that you need to be able to you'll get your stat block and your flavor text and all that kind of stuff that's on the back. We'll open these up and we will get some miniature cam work of this artwork as well. But I'm going to open these up here real quick, and we will get, as I'm kind of looking through these, I'll have Bear hit them with that mini cam so we can just all together see how awesome. I don't want to forget my little cup over there. I almost forgot my little cup. Okay, so let's burn through some of these. Oh, so cool. The artwork is so cool that they use, and again, you when you get to the right thing, and inside it will kind of give you where this would be happening. It gives you like a page number and whatnot, and you'll put that right over the top of your DM screen, so people can get just sort of a feel for the artwork and different things that's going on in the environment. Oh, this is awesome! Got that space whale right along that, and that's what's cool about SpellJammer is that a lot of these ships, they're all sort of morphed off of different types of animals. Like this is a moth. This is called the moth, star moth or something like that. I've got one of these miniatures. It's really cool. Just so awesome. The artwork is so cool in these. All right, got a little cardboard backer there. So cool. All right, we will get all this. Don't worry. You'll see all this stuff up close on the miniature cam. All right, here in this pack, there's a ton of the ships. They look so awesome too. Ton of ships. The artwork is great on these. It's got such a cool feel to all of this. Just done so well. Okay, let's get in these so I can show you kind of what this looks like. These are a little bit different than the ones we just looked at, so I want to get into them to give you a feel for how they work, because it's a little bit different. Okay, these other things are all artwork. They're not going to have any stats on them, where these are going to have each one of these is going to have stats. So there's going to be NPCs, there's going to be enemies, there's going to be all that stuff. Man, look at this one. This is really cool. Got some gifts coming out. Man, these are so awesome. I love these. And then there on the back, right, you're going to get, this is the gift shock trooper. Well, you'll see there on the back, it's got all of the stats. It's got some flavor here, tells you about it, and it's got everything that you need, and you can pull that right out when it's go time. And you can sit it on the table if you want, like this, where you can see the back and the players can see the front, or again, you hang it over that DM screen if that's the style that you want to go for. And then you know exactly what you're up against. And if you have a paired miniature that goes with it, not everything, right? There's only 20 miniatures that are included in this box. But if there is a paired miniature, then you can get the paired miniature out as well and have kind of the artwork you can look at as well as the miniature. Okay, so put this right out here. There's just so much like awesome artwork. Okay, and that's everything that's in this box. You can see that the box has got a really nice foam insert, right? So everything will go back in the box and be stored really nicely when you're ready to run it again for another campaign, or you want to just kind of keep everything stored in that as you are running your campaign. We'll put that over there. Okay, here is the next item. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. This is a platinum box, so there's just a lot of stuff that they include, and I don't like to just burn through it super fast. I want to show everything in detail and how awesome it is. Okay, this thing is sick. Okay, I love the way this is made. It's got the skull on it here. Nice wooden cup. I don't know that I would. I don't know if there's something here. Okay, this is the rules for the actual game right here. So make sure that you don't think this is just a. This is actually the rules for this little game. And I'm sure this is not made to be drank out of. So could you do that? I don't know. This is made for this, right? This is not made to like fill this with a drink and like use this as a drinking cup. So I'm not going to promote it that way in any way. Okay, here is a set of these are D6, nice D6 with the skull being on the what's that on the 1? Yeah, the skull is the 1. And they're just nice wooden D6s, right? Yeah, you know, I mean, this is really cool. This little component, that's fun. That is cool. What are the rules? Each player chooses any number of dice and shakes them in a cup. Everyone rolls and reveals their dice at the same time. The player with the highest total wins, but anyone who rolls a 1 is automatically loses. Awesome. Okay, that's really cool. I don't believe, you know, I wonder why it wasn't designed where this thing would also fit down in, like, fit in the box. I wonder if it was just a problem with trying to get everything to fit in and they just couldn't get it, like, in the box. I'll have to look at that maybe when I pack it back up, if that's even possible to do. Because that'd be nice to be able to store. It'd be nice to be able to store everything kind of together. If I don't, I might just keep that out as a little cool looking prop because it does look pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to get into the miniatures next, and then we'll end with the map vault. So I'm going to need the knife to get in here. Yep. Okay. And we're in. And we're in. Oh, you know what? There's some fantastic models in here. I have not. I might have seen that one. I have not seen that one before. Very cool. I don't have that one. I do have a number of some of these other ones, but these look really cool. Okay, that comes right off. You can see there all of the miniatures that you can get. Woo! There goes the Solar Dragon's wings. Okay, that goes on the big Solar Dragon down there. But you can see all the miniatures you're going to get there. Awesome miniatures. We'll do close-ups on these as well. Don't worry about that. You'll be able to see all of those probably right now on the screen and just how cool they are. They've got a great level of detail. WizKids did a phenomenal job with this set. The detail on this set is amazing. The paint jobs are really, really high quality. They utilized a lot of these metallics that have kind of this sheen to them. This Solar Dragon is actually a really cool. This is a really cool one. I love this. I love this Solar Dragon. It's so awesome. The wings go on and it kind of flares out. It looks so good the way it's done. So very, very awesome. I'm glad that they're doing this with. I'm glad they're doing this with the miniatures like this, where you can get miniatures in these platinum editions. And one of the things you got to know is, you know, a number of these models that you can get in these sets do go for a little bit of a higher price point. Like I know this one does. Some of the, I think at the one point this one was going for $40 or $50 just by itself, trying to buy it as a single on third-party sites. But that's one thing that you'll get generally with these is you will get some of the more exclusive type models, or the more important type models that you're really going to want to showcase and have when you're running a group through a space adventure like SpellJammer. This one is awesome. I don't have this one either. This is a really, really cool piece. That's really neat looking. So cool. All right, so cool. Okay, now we're going to get into the map vault. Let us pop the top on that. I'm not going to smell down into it. I made that mistake too many times, and you're not going to get me again. Okay, just maybe a little bit. Uh-oh, it's getting tight. Oh, yeah, there it is. And it's out. Yep, that's everything. These maps are... Let's just look at this. I mean, this is why these things are so awesome. Look at this table. Look at this table. All right, so you've got all the different maps, and the maps are just super high quality. These are super high quality print as well. This isn't some grainy, like, you know, this is high quality print stuff, okay? And these maps are awesome. Here's the Star Charts realm space, okay? Put that on one side. You got all the star charts here on this side. You're gonna get, oh, this is sick. This is kind of the main kind of area, right, that exists. It's on like an asteroid, and it's got all the different areas. This is really cool. I love these overview maps. I'm a big fan of these when I, you know, run games and or play games. When you can kind of see like, oh, we're right here right now. Oh, I wonder what this is over here, and then like the travels of getting from here to here and how to do it and what that is. And so I'm a big fan of that. And then it is double-sided. So on the other side, this is the underside of it. So very cool. Oh, and I love the colors and how it's done. This is just fantastic. Oh, man, that one makes me happy. And then here you're going to get, you know, maps, giant maps of ships. You're going to be able to see what that looks like, what that interior is like. All of these are, oh, yes. All of these are double-sided. Look at this. This is nuts. Look how awesome these are. Okay? This is what I mean with this, like, super high quality print. You've got the squares right on there, ready for the battles. If you need to do a battle and move around, I want to be careful here. I don't damage these maps, okay, because I love them. Okay, look at this one. Oh, wow. Okay, let's flip it. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this is Welcome to the Edge. Oh, man. Look at that. That is really cool. Okay, you got another large ship there. Okay, we're going to put this right here. Then we've got a nice big open space. Okay, with that one. And then another nice, oh, I love this. Just your nice classic high print space for doing your big space battles. All the miniatures in this particular set from WizKids were done at ship scale, and that's going to be very important when you're doing your space battles and your aerial battles, because everything is supposed to be kind of at that ship scale, which is really cool. And I think that was neat that they did that for this particular set, for all the different ships and various different, like some of the dragons and different things and sets they had. And that's going to work perfect with your space-based map here, which I don't have a map that's anything like that, so that's really awesome. And that use of this blues and that purpula, the purple purpula. That's a new color. Give me that in purpula. Okay, another map here. Actually, this one goes, I think, with what we saw, that kind of big open area that seemed kind of like this. It goes next to it. So you can see that this map would be huge once you set it out with that other one. And that's something they've done before in the past as well that's really cool. And then here on the back, we've got another big kind of area, quote-unquote, battle map and battle area. Love this, the little, like the asteroid, it's kind of cut away. It's got sort of like a moon over here that you can kind of see through there. And they are all branded Beadle and Grimms. They also are branded Dungeons and Dragons, which are pretty cool. So that's it. That is the entire Platinum box set. We've now gone through all of the maps, all the components, everything that it has to offer, the miniatures. Hopefully you got to see everything up close, and you got to see how high quality all of this stuff is. Now, this is the Platinum edition of this box set. They generally do different grades of box sets. Not always, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they do not. Sometimes they just do a specific type of tier for the box set. But this was the Platinum edition for SpellJammer. That's going to be their edition that's kind of all in, right? It's going to have a ton of stuff. You're going to get more of the jewelry and the bits and the pieces. You're going to get more of the extra handouts, more of the maps. They're now adding in the miniatures to kind of give you everything that you need to be able to play that adventure. And, you know, I do like that they have the miniatures, because I think that was the one piece that may have been missing. Now, from a review perspective, do I think they should do miniatures in every one of their Platinum sets? I don't know, right? Like, I think it makes sense when it's a set like this that's going to have very unique and specific types of miniatures. Then I think it really makes sense, because then you buy the one box, you have everything you need for the experience, including the miniatures. And you're not trying to like have this much of like fantastic artwork and maps and things, then you're cobbling in these miniatures that don't really work, because it's something that's so much different. So I think with something like this, where it's space, alien, it's like it's got a different feel. And we haven't seen anything like this in the D&D. I mean, SpellJammer is something that's been around for a long time, but we haven't seen a lot of these space-based things as of recent, or sets that are space-based as of recent, from Wizards of the Coast or WizKids. I think with this set, the miniatures really made sense. Maybe with other sets that are set in more of a standard fantasy adventure environment, maybe the miniature box in as part of the premium release of that adventure, or their Platinum, it may not make sense. Maybe it would be better to put that value towards more other things, because people would have miniatures that probably would work and set right into those environments. Okay, so it's just something from a review perspective that I would say, a product design approach. But I think this one, it was the right choice to use some of that value of the box to make sure you had the proper miniatures. All right, Beadle and Grimm's, thank you very much for sending this our way. We love these boxes. They are absolutely amazing. And that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it, folks. Like, if you like space, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, this is a fantastic box set, as you can see here today. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.